nobody messes with my brother. Welcome back to Faith, Family, and Fun Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. Yo, what is going on? Happy holiday. If this is the holiday that you celebrate, all that good stuff. Happy holidays and all of that. But yes, what is going on in y'all world? How was y'all weekend? What did y'all get out and do today? Did y'all do any cooking, any grilling, spending time with family, friends, loved ones, all that good stuff? Let me know all of that in the comments, because y'all know I enjoy hearing from y'all and everything. As for me, I am excited, as I always say, to be on here spending this time with y'all. I got a chance to watch some great films, and yes, y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all about it, all right? Well, yes, we're going to go ahead and get started with our special feature today, which is titled Ainsley McGregor Mysteries, a case for the yarn maker. And y'all know I did a review back a while ago of the last film. That was it, The Winemaker or something like that? Something like that. Y'all can find it in the video history, all right? And this series is starring Candace Bure, which y'all know I enjoy her in family films and faith-based films, and Christmas films, all that good stuff. This is my girl. This is my sister who has no idea that we are sisters, but I'm just putting it out there that we are, all right, because I just really enjoy her works or whatever, and she just never fails to deliver, y'all. She don't, okay? And in this series, when I first saw the first film of this series, I was just like, oh, can we please get another one? Please. All right. What is taking so long? And I don't know how many months ago that was, but it does seem like forever. And here we are with the case for the yarn maker. And after watching that, I was like this, y'all, just kind of sad, because I really wanted another one to follow behind it. I just wanted to binge watch a bunch of these. And they probably ain't even started working on the third one or whatever, but please, y'all, I just need another one, okay? I need another one, all right? I've never really been a mystery kind of girl like that, because like I said, y'all know I have said this on previous videos, I never really figure out who was the person. I be trying to figure it out before the characters do, but it always failed me, and I always get it wrong. And that was the case again for this one, but it was still fun to try to figure it out, okay? It reminded me of the little mystery board games y'all know back in the day, like Clue or something like that, which I never really played because it was never really my thing. Like I said, I never really figured this stuff out, but it's just really fun to try, just to know that you just made an attempt at it, okay? Like I did guess, all right? And I love with this mystery, it keeps you, it's not simple, okay? And I love that, okay? As much as y'all may say, beloved, why would you love that when you know you be getting stuff wrong? Because it's just fun. It's just fun. Being on the edge of your seat wondering, okay, all right, I see you over there, okay, but you, I don't know. Let me try to put you out. Okay. But yes, that's how I've been throughout this film. Here we are back with Ainsley McGregor, okay? We love Ainsley. Ainsley has, like y'all know, she moved here from Chicago to this sweet little town because at her brother's instruction, her brother wanted her to be safe and all of that. And I was reminded in this film that her brother is literally her little brother, not the big brother. Although he does seem to step in that role, it will make you feel like he is a big brother because he is the chief of police. He's very protective of Ainsley. He, like, seriously is so protective of her, and I so love that. I love their relationship. Their sibling relationship here, it's amazing to see the banter, them going back and forth, and the level of respect that they have for each other and what each other does. I really enjoy that dynamic. And then we have Jake here in the midst, which we just love him, and we just like, okay, Jake, make your move already. Make your move. What you waiting for, okay, honey? You the chief, the fire chief or whatever. Come on now. You got all that going for you. Who don't love a guy in uniform who save people, who save lives? Come on now, Jake. Stop playing. Stop playing. But he does do his thing in this film. He does make an attempt. He does step out, get a little bit of courage, and really go for the goal there. Of course, we're going to get into all that because we're going to try to stay away from spoilers, even though it's very, very difficult for me because I just really enjoyed this film. And I can go in detail and talk all kind of stuff. But back to Ainsley, okay, who just can't seem to stay out of trouble. All right, she works in a college teaching criminology, and that is her field. That's what she was doing back in Chicago. She's still a part of, her brother did allow her to be a part of the police force here. So, but he's still, and that was really to keep his eye on her because she just can't seem to stay out of trouble, okay? Especially, or the trouble just can't seem to stop finding her, one or the other. But what we do love about Ainsley is her passion for this, her passion for justice, her passion for protecting others, really going the extra mile, even if it does mean putting her own life on the line. And trust me, her life is always usually on the line, but that never seems to dissuade her from doing what she does best. And I appreciate that because we don't really see that kind of thing happening in today's world. We are always craving and looking and yearning for heroes in this time, and we just can't seem to come across them. Most people, like I always say in previous reviews, most people are cowards. Most people are thinking more about themselves. If you threaten them, their lives or their livelihood or whatever the case may be, if their little selves are on the line, that's all they need to back up and let whatever happen. They don't care if something unfair takes place, long as they cool, whatever they got is all right, and they gonna be it's gonna remain untouched. That is how most people operate, which is why I find that most these filmmakers and different things, we keep pulling from the past with a lot of things when we want to make these biopics and stuff, because it seemed like all the heroes were from the past at some point, whatever the past may be, the 70s, 60s, 50s, whatever, 18th century, what, all of that kind of stuff. It seemed like those were the passionate people, those were the heroes back then who were constantly thinking about our generation now, even though they may not be alive to see us, but they were constantly making moves thinking about those who would follow behind them, even if it meant that they were going to live a life that was not going to be the most comfortable, not the best, in a sense how most people look at it. Didn't have much, but they were constantly fighting for the generations to come. And it's so unfortunate that nowadays, the generation now, it don't seem like we're thinking about the generations to come. It don't seem like we're thinking about 50 years from now, 100 years from now. How would that world look for those people who are living then? Because it don't seem like most of us making moves. And I'm just saying that collectively, that may not be you, okay? I'm just saying, speaking in general, most people fall underneath that. They're thinking about now, them being comfortable, them having the means to live the life, extravagant life, however that may look for most people. But who is really thinking about justice, executing justice, thinking about being fair to most people, giving other people opportunity, fighting for those who can't fight for themselves, and all of these kind of things that make heroes. And it's so unfortunate because that's what I crave, and I love to see it in films, I love to see it in TV series, because it's missing in reality. And that is so unfortunate, especially when we live in a world where most people would say, at least in this country, the top religion that they would say in this country is Christianity. And that is, to me, is kind of sad and pathetic, because it's like, if that is the case, if it's more people who go by being called Christians or whatever, okay, I'm just trying to put my words, well, consider my words and just saying anything. If there are more Christians in this country, then why are we having all of the issues that we're having? Why are we seeing so many different people suffering, literally just in this country alone? We're not going to talk about worldwide, but we're just talking about in this country alone. Why are we seeing so many people who are starving in this country, who don't know where their next meal is coming from? So many single mothers out here who don't have the means and don't even know where the means are going to come from to feed their children, to send their children to school, and to feel safe in their communities and different things like that. If we have so many believers, why aren't the churches standing up? Why aren't people coming together, if nothing else, like they did in biblical times, to call a fast, everybody get together on one accord and really change their ways? If there's so many of us, if we so-called outnumber the rest, the leading religion in this country, why are we seeing the type of tragedies, the trauma that we're seeing every day? Where are the heroes? Where are those who are standing for Christ? Where are those who are crucifying their flesh? at whatever means necessary and doing whatever it takes, getting on their knees in their bedrooms, in their secret prayer closets, because nobody ain't got to see you do this. Why people are in their rooms praying, crying out to God, not only for themselves and their families, but for the world and for other families who may not even who don't have the knowledge to get on their knees and pray, or who just so spent that they can't even get a word out. Why aren't we doing something about this? And all of this is coming up as I am watching this film, because I love, and it goes back to Ainsley's character, because she has that about herself. There is something about her, and she doesn't have to scream the word Christianity or even say any kind of religion, because this show is not necessarily harping on that, where it's throwing it in your face, but you can tell by their actions that this is a special kind of people here. There's something more that is driving her. There's something more that's giving her courage to do what she does, because you can see the fear here and there in different scenes, and rightfully so, because of the danger that lurks around and what she put herself and what she's put herself through and what she's up against. But it's just the actions that are speaking louder than the words here in this series, well, in this film thus far. And it makes you it makes you wonder, like I just said, all the different things that I just threw out there. And I can go on and on, but I know this is not that typical, this is not that type of channel, but sometimes I do get on my soapbox and I have to just say what I gotta say. But yes, I do, there's a yearning. Once again, I go back to that. We need heroes. Where are the heroes? Where are those who are the hands and feet, truly the hands and feet of Jesus Christ, who's willing to put it all on the line for others and for him? Which is practically the same thing, okay? Because what we do to others, we're doing it unto him, right? But yes, I want to go back to, like I said, I just love Ainsley's character. We love to see someone who's just this little tiny little thing going up against people with money, people, millionaires, whatever the case may be. She is not backing down. She is about executing justice. She is about doing what's right because it is right. And that's what we see when this goes down in her little shop. There is a little, there's a little event that does happen. A person does lose their life, and Ainsley is right on it, okay? She jumps right in there, and she's working alongside her little brother Ryan, as well as Jake, to bring justice forth, right? And so you're gonna get so much fun in here. You're gonna get a little bit of laughter. Like I said, you're gonna get that something that's gonna pull on your heartstrings, like, you know what, I need to be doing more, okay? If Ainsley can do it, I can do it, all right? So I just love that. I love that she has this little book club, but it's like a / book club mystery kind of thing, because the members of her book club do come together and help her piece together these evidence to find out who is the person they need to be going after, who did this thing, how can we execute justice, how can we move forward on this case. And I love that. I love that this is a small community, a little small, beautiful little charming town, but at the same time you got all these underlining things going on here. And we have Ainsley and we have Ryan and Jade making sure the community is safe, because they are not afraid to go after whoever they need to go after at whatever cost, because it's what's right, right? And once again, this film is titled Ainsley McGregor Mysteries, A Case for the Yarn Maker. And I do have to mention that I love Ainsley's dog, George. Or is it Georgie? One of them. I just love him. If I ever want to get a dog in the future, it would definitely be like a, what do you call those? I looked it up. A labradoodle, something, I don't know, something like that. But I did look it up. I just can't remember right now. And I was like, I want me a dog like that, okay? If I ever decide to get a dog in the future, it would definitely be one that Ainsley has, okay? But before I leave y'all for the day, let's go ahead and get into this scripture. We are coming out of Psalms 144 verse 1, and it reads, "Blessed be the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle." So that's all I have for y'all for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and please remember to leave y'all thoughts, your prayers, your overall take in the comment section below, because y'all know I love hearing from y'all. And do not shy away if your opinion is not aligned with mine, or whatever the case may be. Respectfully drop it in the comments, because that's what I'm here for, all right? I love to hear different perspectives and all of that, and lay it all out respectfully, and you know, we keep it moving. So until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.